So, welcome back, fellow coin and banknote collectors. This is Glenn, back with some banknotes from Israel. And if you look at this, you're probably going, I'm not too sure what this banknote is. Basically, you just need to learn a few, no, you don't even need to learn Hebrew characters. You just have to learn to actually recognize them. They're very distinctive. And if we look on the reverse, we have a distinction between Arabic here and Hebrew. You can see Arabic is pretty unique characteristics, even though both of these are derived from Phoenician through different routes. I believe they also went through Aramaic as well. That's why you read them from right to left instead of English, which you read from left to right. Same with Arabic, you read from right to left. And like Arabic, they are consonant-based alphabets and not consonant and vowel like in English. So anyway, these are the only banknotes I have. So I have the two different series here. I have the series that was issued in 1980 during the redenomination, and that was at £1 equals, one new shekel, 1 shekel, so this is the shekel series, equals £10. And the good thing about Israeli banknotes is that, sorry, I had to move the light, is that when they redenominate a banknote series, they actually, all they do is just cut off the zeros. So this banknote is actually the same as the previous pound or lira series. So this 5 shekels would have equaled £50, and the design is pretty much the actual same. And then we have another series. So this is the new shekel, the current currency, and that would have been equal to 1,000 of the first shekel series. So this is 1980 to 85. This is 1986, not to the actual current banknotes that they actually use in Israel now. And I've looked on the Bank of Israel, and these ones are still legal tender. It doesn't have a date when they were actually demonetized, but all previous banknote series have been demonetized, so only worth numismatic values. So who do we have on these banknotes? So these ones have a date down here. They have 2 signatures, and this one actually has the portrait of Chaim Weizmann, the first president of Israel. And at the back is the Wicks Library at the Weizmann Institute of Science. And you recognize that Weizmann is German, so obviously he's of German background. And a lot of people, when they immigrated to Israel, actually didn't worry about changing their names and kept either, like a Italian or German or Russian, or even a name from Ethiopia. And they've generally not adopted wholeheartedly pure Hebrew derived names. So this one in the previous series is 50 lira or £50, and this one would have been £100 in the pre-series. But when the redenomination of in 1985 happened, this one was equal to 1 agora, so pretty much the lowest denomination that there was out there. And they've done the same with the coins. The coin designs also corresponds with the same design as the previous series. And on the reverse of this banknote, so the 1, 5, 10, 50 and 100 shekels are all the gate series. So these are all the gates of Jerusalem, the old gates of Jerusalem. This one is the Damascus gate. And on the 10 shekel, this one is the Zion gate. And as you can see, they all have different features. This one is more like a medieval Norman feature. This one has more like pretty much a classical Northern European type features. That's just the way I see it. Also, this one has some Arabic influence, and with definitely in the doorway. And the same here, but all these cultures actually influenced each other, so I'm not really surprised. And the watermark is whoever's on the banknote. And they also have a security thread. So where's the security thread on this one? Does it have a security thread? I thought they did. No, it doesn't look like it does. How about the 5 shekel? Oh no, they don't. Oh well. The new series doesn't have it. Oh yes it does. There's a security thread. So these ones go up to values of 10,000 shekels. So I need to get back onto that, and by the end of the video I'll actually know if that is actually true. So this one is a portrait of Theodor Herzl, and the entrance to the Mount Herzl in Jerusalem. So I'm not too sure where Mount Herzl is. A lot of this information you can actually find quite easily on the internet. And there's a 1978 series as well. Okay, I just found it out. This is actually Mount Herzl Cemetery in Jerusalem. So that's the actual entrance to actually get into it. And I presume a lot of them are actually cremations because there's not enough land in Israel to actually bury everyone. So these 2 banknotes you can probably buy for about $4 or $5 each in very good grade. Probably up to $10 in uncirculated. So they're actually a very common series of this type of banknote. And just looking at Numista, these actually go up to 10,000 shekels. And then we have the current series. So this is the first series of the current shekel. They only have 3 series. The third series is the one that actually circulates, and the second series, which is actually the one which is horizontal, and that's actually the best series. So those ones are still legal tender, and this banknote would have corresponded to the 10,000 shekels of the previous series. So here I have an image of the 10,000 shekel, 1,000 shekels. That's 1 new shekel, or shekelam, and this one has Moses Maimonides, and he actually lived around about probably 1200s, and it has a passage from his manuscript of the Mishneh Torah, code of the Jewish law. So it's not actually the Torah; it's just a review on it. And in the back, and also down here has Bank of Israel, new shekel. And on the back we have Tiberius. So if you look here, it has Tiberius in English and Hebrew, and that's like more like an abstract form of Tiberius. And then we have more abstract images of Tiberius, and here's the Jewish lamp. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7 or 5 stands to actually put candles in the actual thing? And I'm not too sure what this actually is. It looks like cuneiform writing, but it could actually be just something, probably buildings. I'm not too sure. Anyway, has a watermark and a security thread. And the 10 shekels actually better. So the watermark's the actual person. And this one actually has his name in Hebrew on the side. His name is Levi Eshkol, the third Prime Minister of Israel. And we have a panorama, stylized panorama of Jerusalem in the background. And on the reverse we have the water pipelines, which actually take a lot of water from northern Israel to southern Israel, because southern Israel is more the dry area. Then you've got the Negev Desert, which makes up a large part of Israel. Definitely not much water there. They can get water from the Red Sea, but that water's probably red and not blue. Ha 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 ha. And as you can see, the serial number is actually quite long. This one's in quite in good circulation. Oh, pretty much. I'll probably say extremely fine. So this one's probably worth about $10. Then we have this one, which is probably like very good, and this is probably only worth $2 or $3 on a good day. But now currently it's actually a bad day, so probably about $1. But I got all these together, so really I wouldn't buy anything like this by itself. I'd actually rather spend $5 or $10 actually getting a really good banknote. But all these together probably cost me about $10 to $15. I got them quite a while ago, so I can't remember how much exactly I paid for these banknotes. So they're not a bad series, pretty common type of banknote for the time period in the designs. Nothing really stands out, but you know, there's something good to collect. Anyway, I hope you like this review of Israeli banknotes and how much they're actually worth. Leave a comment down below if you actually collect Israeli banknotes and what is your actual favourite Israeli banknote. And as normal, I'll leave links down below, and I encourage you just to keep coin and banknote collecting. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you very much, and bye bye.